All right, we're gonna have a chat with Tom, who is the current owner. So Tom, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you lived in Phuket?
Well, I've been living here since for the last 6 years, but I've been visiting this beautiful place since 1994 was my first holiday. The holidays just got longer and longer, and eventually I decided, why would I want to go back to freezing cold Europe again?
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about the Seraph, the story behind it?
Yeah, she spent the first 80 years of her life fishing the North Sea, which, for those of us who've been there, is a pretty rugged environment. She was launched in Copenhagen in 1906, near Copenhagen, and plied her trade on the North Sea. Then was bought by a Dutch couple in the probably late 70s, who took her to Amsterdam and converted her to a liverboard boat when they sailed around the Med for a few years across the Indian Ocean, ending up in Phuket in about 1987, we believe, is when they arrived here. They then cruised the waters here and conspired, unfortunately, to sink her on the Simland Islands, on a reef on the Simland Islands. It wasn't their problem. The steering broke, the engine broke, as a squall drove them onto the reef.
Oh, wow.
1991, where she was acquired by a man called Mark Horwood, who bought her as a wreck, brought her back to Phuket, restored her, and she then plied her trade as a liverboard dive boat. I believe she was the second liverboard dive boat in Phuket, which she then did for the next 10 years, but by then Phuket was the extremely well-developed dive area that it's become, and people want to go fast and dive and get back fast, so a 100-year-old lady isn't perhaps the easiest way to do that. But so he then found this, many people would say, foolish Englishman who wanted to retire here, who has some sort of mental deficiency or passion for old boats, so bought her, and we've kept her going. She now does a little bit of work, enough hopefully to cover her not inconsiderable maintenance costs.
Well, I think she's beautiful.
Oh, she's a grand old lass, yeah.
And the name Seraph is quite unique. Can you tell us the meaning behind it?
Yes, it's actually Seraph or Seraphim, which is a 6-winged angel, because she flies with 6 sails normally. Well, that's the maximum number we can run on her. He was one of the archangels who protected God, the others being the cherubim, and Lucifer, who became a bad boy and went and started hell, I believe. But Seraph or Seraphim is an old biblical lore figure, angel.
And you never thought about changing the name when you bought it?
No. It's supposed to be bad luck to change names on boats anyway, but I wouldn't. I think it's a lovely name.
Yeah, it is.
She spends most of her sailing life cruising the islands of Pangnar Bay and down to beautiful islands like Koh Rata off the south of Phuket here, out into Pangnar Bay, and Christmas time we're going up to the Simlands to revisit the scene of her demise in 1991. We don't plan to visit the same reef though.
That sounds amazing.
Well, it is, yeah.
Thank you very much for having us on the Seraph.
No problems, and I hope you enjoyed it.
It's beautiful.
Good.